we have Turkey threatening to invade Greece or the islands in the Aegean Sea region. And this has been an ongoing dispute for quite some time. But Greece says, look, these are our islands. Turkey's saying, no, there's no paperwork or anything that says this. And Erdogan likes to put these threats out there pretty boldly. He says the things that we've done thus far will pale in comparison to even the greater attempts and attacks that we are planning for in the coming days. Now, we're looking at a map here. Here's a shot of him for those that do not know. This is their leader. We're going to take a look here at the world stage, zoom in here on this area, and what they're talking about. I'm using the earthquake map, so you have to bear with me here for a second, because it likes to reset. When we look here, what we have with Turkey, what we have immediately north of Turkey is Russia. This is Crimea. Now, there's all types of prophecy that speak on seeing Russian troops not only in the Holy Lands, but in Old Constantinople, which is Istanbul, or occupying it. Okay, and occupying the Holy Lands in Israel. Now, we've talked about this before, which way this could go. If they were there occupying it strategically as peacemakers, or if they were overtaking the region. Now, there's been a choppy history between Russia and Turkey. But here recently, as Turkey's been making more and more threats, like going into Afrin in Syria, things have been shifting. But even though they want to say that Turkey's relations with the U.S. and Europe have been kind of deteriorating, that kind of makes no sense to me when their goal is to see Assad gone and to take out the boogeyman ISIS. Their goal is the exact same goal of Israel, the Mossad, the United States, and everyone else that wants to take over that region. Then you have Russia backing up Syria. So where does Russia stand in this? Is they're trying to help defend Assad in Syria, fight against the same boogeyman. And what, they're just going to let Turkey roll right on in here and start taking territory in the region? This is where things get murky, because the history between the two, after the Soviet Union kind of dissolved, these two countries saw an improvement between the two. And then we had a flipping where Russia, as of right now, they are recognizing the Armenian genocide, which they're saying Turkey did. So then back in 2015, Turkey shot down some Russian aircraft due to this alleged airspace violation. And now Greece is saying the same thing, that Turkey has invaded their airspace like 138 times. Let's see what the number is here. 138 times in a single day. That is a lot in one day. So where does Russia come into all this? Well, Turkey right now is central to a lot of this. Very ancient ground and territory, and it's central to this whole thing. So if something was to go down, and Russia had to make a move, the only way through the Black Sea to get out into this waterway, into the Mediterranean, and then out into open ocean from there is through the waterways right here. If they wanted some of their vessels or submarines to get anywhere outside of the Black Sea, that's the route that they're going to have to take and secure. And in a war type of setting, they're going to want to secure that before others do. Now, we also have Russia just striking a big military deal with Turkey in terms of selling them all these Su-400s. And it raises a lot of questions as to, what's really going on here on the world stage. And, with Russia selling them technology, there could be backdoors into all this also. Russia could see it as they have the upper hand. If they ever wanted to use them on them, they have an answer for it. Now, Turkey would have to take that into consideration. But at the same time here, they're threatening Greece. So the dispute over this waterway in the Aegean Sea goes back a long time. And if things heat up here, you can see what is directly in the crosshair and affected here from Istanbul to Athens. This stretch. So then you have to start looking at, if war did break out big time, what countries are going to back what? With, there being embassies inside of Bulgaria and Istanbul from Turkey where they have peaceful relations to a degree. But you start talking about big war popping off here between these two, it's definitely a game changer here. And this comes on the heels of basically Turkey running right down into a friend untested. And some say they're acting brazen and just trying to go and snatch up these islands at the same time. So we'll see where it goes from here, but I wanted to put the word out. This is what they're saying. At this point in time, I will continue to update as things change. I'm going to leave a link below. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter for the latest updates. It's been WW3. Peace.